This is Boadu TV, truth and integrity.
Kwame, look at a minister like Sam George, very young, very astute, but very powerful and firm. Mr. Mabune taking over position from President Mahama. Hey, look at YEA. Miami niya basintali. Kenyama kesia basintali eye. Abusia so nimbabu bi no kura position bi na mi wura fia bra Facebook live on Accra 100.5 FM never chere me. Kenikwe Logas DVL fantastic guy. Kwame ene yeba na me hu say DVL ene police for kabom na omo chake nyama na unta hu no under the leadership of Nikwe Logas. Perfect. Abusia, me can't wine na meja wine. Mamu di anfacha me. Because we know a bam trim make us. Oh, Kwame Sami Jamfi, he's in a different world. Dabi. The likes of Sami Jamfi, they're in a different world. Fantastic guys. They're in a, Sami Jamfi is in a different world. Kwame Sami Jamfi Hunton. Edmond Combat. Kwame, now you say Edmond Combat. When you know. Edmond Combat has been a consistent fellow as far as success is concerned, right from the University of Ghana. I know you're SLC president. Edmond Combat has been very consistent with success. So I'm not surprised I say Omo moving away from the barrel so a day to so much a barrel. To about 45,000, I'm told saying they are catching up about 100,000 barrels a day. And Edmond Combat say be on food na what you say trip from na kwakoda want to say Katie Hammond. And so you my Edmond Combat ayeno o ma Katie Hammond 60 years until me be no dey away for us. Let me come back home. The point I'm making is in fulfillment with the promises President Mahama made as social contract to the good people of this country, he is delivering them one after the other. Economic out here. Enunti uyi send yama way nyina to 200 which they are more because a big push agenda near any different. Huh? Hey, Kwame Kamere F Erika J. NEIP. NEIP Erika J. Fantastic guys. Kwame, one of the things in opposition NDC car say wonya kwenya wombe ye free ho. LI2462. That was a legislative instrument abusianfo. Now the Danko Akufado nini nya kenoforiata. Ni NPP 4 kotina dem go po. In one cabinet meeting say, ye hwe ho a ye akromfo. Ye bese ye wian sase, ye bese tu garam say. Ni santino. Ye baba ye mra na ye de mra na kata ye bone so na samra no ya tuni din LI2462 muntiane ye na sa LI2462 no adwuma baba ye ne se afa Kwame u setete no sabi untimi nkwa kwaye bretom enkase ukwakotu agudie fam agudie nem afedie yetima ye mra sa mra no ma ye ho kwan se na nanum kwa bretum a womri si ho no mu gya ye emfete 3 no sante 3 de kwa bretu ni nyina no afa ye ba be wuram na yakwakotu galamsey ye kwako wuram bi amu ye andana nado danko akufado ana kan DC core position ana MPP about power. I can imagine yanka Kwame omdi ba NDC for. But of course omundo munyanko bu asese yenya so as president. Omuno munyanko bu asese John Dramani Mahama is the president. Because John Dramani Mahama, why send Papa Tamils? He's not vindictive. He's not vindictive. Now can I not put that queen as president now? Wallah talai. Hi! NPP for ni Miracles Aboagye ni Wuntumi ni Akoramfo ni na no Otu Darko ya to abama wo ya Ghana man pani Yasema 2/3 majority of parliament. Nya obeka no, eno na apu. Ah, nya ohia ne so be for pen paper. Since anyama, come on kroma. Me say you should thank your stars that John Dramani Mahama Osofo is the president of the Republic of Ghana. And I say this Osofo devoid of any marks of the derogatory. No. Me person me say su ne ban ye president Mahama mu no. Like afache honhom de dons no do. Afache honhom de dons no do. A dos do do. Eti ama NPP for the bianya no kuruma. Nanke yeti akronfo bi atum 1, 2, 3. Anka kronon samba they will shut up in this country. They will shut up in this country. But I belong to a party and Penyifoni be believe say we should allow time a chance. Oko kan Penyifoni be back the onbeko to brofo kese bi achirawo. Was say the wheels of justice grind slowly. It gets to its final destination. What they have to do akoma no baby atena. But I'm saying, sir, we must not allow the wheels of justice to always grind slowly. It can also grind faster. The wheels of justice can also grind faster. Because justice delayed is justice denied. And I'm coming to some of the things that Kwame, President Mahama Ayo, now they are one year. Okay. Sa LI2462E. Then NDC came to power. Then under the leadership of Honorable Amakufibua, he made sure, say, what is the Kodeno, Hunkrata Sembako to Parliament, so that that very law, Amen Kwame say in the name of mining, will be repealed. And Kwame, as I speak to you, LI2462, under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama and the Sector Minister Amakufibua, have been revoked. I am talking about a kind of leadership that promises and they deliver. It's your face who born dog. We are Bema, Kokwa Bretum, Nakwa Sokwa mining. And I just am ran so because I'm running a Kufadum, yeah, when the bush are for, I normally to Galamsey, and the Yamana for a pump water report, I can't say Kufado to Galamsey. Ah, Namurafi, from pump water reports and Nakufado, 1 term of Galamsey. Was it under a Nakufado, not the headquarters of Galamsey, a Jubilee House? Go and read a report of Frimpong Wati. Takufado Munina to Galamsey and unknown to me denied. Kwame, we know to China. Same before the Abrufo. There was another law. And Kwame me refi aya kai me say meba the plea bargain. And also law kron law ba ko mo ye ya. Ye wura ye ni ba ye, e ye ni dama me nim mfaso be. O dey come there. Kwame, there was another executive instrument 144. Now, SA 144 no, the entire Achimota Forest Reserve, the protection and come here say, you be free. It's a fake, me a citizen of Ghana, me NPP ni. Met me any opportunity say, sa protected land the Achimota Forest no, at least me so meti me nya kakra na matuaka akako register. And on the same way by Senebeya, on Bessaya Tong Achimota Forest, am I on? And to Ubekaya Sabriano said John. Or no minimum said rather than Crabbe whichever way. But Sir John, and your sense are silly, Mowu actually Crabbe who said, why you will, Ediama, actual forever and ever. Under MPP. Under MPP. It is such people, Ebejano, Eka Kronoa Samoa. You sure many so? And I said, you should do so guam so because Nasa Sembia any one more can. I'm a Ghana for. And I'm so happy, sir. Ghana for 7 penny for them, 7 previous. You wouldn't fear the yes, sir. Of course, and you'll be an Acadia. And they may be feet, but I never be one more. You wouldn't mean fit that. At the MPP, I will lay Achimota Forest to themselves. It's MPP from penny for a brave day. I'm not waiting and care revoke here. And Kaba Coronachi Mata Forest, no, be brave. I will to me also because I'm going to trap Netiseki Bab, our pronso at a charity. A dear Ghana for Japadia. adia dabi o na sabi se asase na musu se aban pa enya nkranfo ahemfo na nkesa nkom ho because asase no na nanom ahemfo ana de ma aban Kwame, the executive instrument 144 as I'm speaking with you, it has been revoked by cabinet to restore the entire Achimota Forest Reserve to full protected status after about 361.5 acres were removed in 2022. So can you imagine? Kwame, 361.5 acres. Acre be 4 plots. And yes, sir. 3 for 12. It's 1,200 plots. And I Kwame 6 for 24. Yes, sir. 80. We are talking to close to 1,500 plots. MPP a kronfoi. MPP say name e krono. Keta se e on botanical name. MPP. Say name ya krono keta se e on botanical name. San kom ye planter. Anko via o man 1,500 plots under the leadership of Amabua, under the leadership of President Mahama. Kwame, it stands revoked. You see, President Mahama no ankasano, I rather did not change. And when they be a mechanic say, more yes a kufa don kwatire fie e morning stand kase mi hu yanka mi yawi. Today be a president. Per notebook, okay bibia no atwera gum. President John Mahama, per notebook. Minim say presidential diary. Misraw eno no where you so nya opie. Ewurade memma adwen because God brought you for a purpose on your second coming. So when time anya send me we am Ghana, Mr. President. Ewurade ani nje. It's not for nothing. And I'm Mr. President, Ewurade ma 2/3 majority in parliament. Was it fire niamo? One case someone fire here. Say I. Say no, Dabi. Was it for jury? For bubu. Never see. God gave you the 2/3 majority for a reason. You must make use of the 2/3 majority in parliament. Because it might take us a long while to get to this rough path again. Mr. President, 1.7 million votes now in the history of Ghana, Obia will lose about 963,000 votes in just 2016. Now 8 years later, Utimi Samba winning by a whooping 1.7 million. Okay, Mr. President, and Pennyfo and himself in Prediasa, and this keke. That be the hands of heaven was in it. It's ready to work for a purpose. It's Mr. President, there be a make send your own quest a kufado. Yes, there be a obeko if you know born in Sano. Oh, we are there, and come here. We a kufado born in Sano, I say, and Sano Coco. Because Nana Kufado will no. Mr. President, I know some they won't know who because in the first place, why your name be. However, there are critical matters that borders the pillars of Ghana, President. Only you can change them with this kind of numeric strength. And I'm happy, sir, one of them, I am the constitutional, one more committee, I am Huajuma. Hoping, sir, most of these things are, proper, no, will be implemented. Will be implemented. Kwame. Sesiano. President Krasa or Samba Yamra. State assets no be protected. Those are the kind of things the president is doing here. As you commented on. Near Koswa kind of say, Mr. President. Rather do waba sawinade. Yeah? Yes, Odi come by. He came as a friend to humanity. Any pound fan is serious. They said John Mahama Ba in 2012. No? Yes, we saw best baby, but also about the so the second coming of every being must take a different shape. And that is why I'll keep on reminding Mr. President that your second coming should not be job as usual. Your second coming should not be just enough for some, Mr. President. Your second coming should be serious matter, building the country like you have started. Eti akronfonu, Mr. President. Omuria Ghana, Boo Ghana Faso, Nunti Yama 1.7 million votes. Those thieves must be dealt with, Mr. President. Because the fulcrum around Nientia Ghana for to Abama NDC kese is because na kromfo tetria moi ados wokufo adwa bamudodo. Because your $2 million eko car baby see the sky train ba. Sky train wa me drew $2 million no so a me drew ene konkon ho court. Your $97 million bia ye kwai free consolidated. Yes, yeah, the query, you share, yeah, near the Akotu Amra, I ben Parliament at Tunidin National Cathedral. National Cathedral, no, you see, $97 million, no, Ama. You share, yeah, near Massey Adapa, $43 million. Sanitation flood related issue, it's where you for Ghana for NPP for Babekembi. NPP for the flood. Maybe we'll come down another time. And we are saying across the ladder power emphasis. Can you go? No, cries and getting money laundering, crown, pencils, and bonnet. Sika be brain and goes on. Can you go? Because it was obvious, not for and the so it was a country of kleptocrats. We call that kleptocracy. A country governed by thieves. It's a main Ghana for. A main Ghana for because Sabra and the NPP National Service for one more tiase na yentuomka enso na wufo obi agene pay wasamando because a certain gift or ware ne asebebu akom ho abom say wase age your forest amine because we revoke LI 2462 and honorable chire say galamsey kono edendie but okwan bia so ebedi nkonim and then you die, maybe into near my because I now sound like a broken record when it comes to matters related to Galamsey. But I'm saying, sir, one of the few leaders I know said they are determined in this fight against Galamsey. Hey, Honorable Amakufibwa, one of the few leaders. One of the very few leaders. And until that time, I almost said, sir, I am Naimos boss, I was a bit surprised. Kanabua, I'm telling you, because he was one guy. Your mom bribe okra. They rejected the bribe. No, the bribe never better. All of a sudden, the guy was changed. And Honorable Buabeka, me miss and some that because me didn't for any free. But I'm saying, sir, and Crofaya crowd somebody want me Kugalam say they should be maintained. And yes, I didn't as a people. And yes, sir, you wants as a people. And yes, sir, not as MPP bar, no so opportunity no call. NDC bar, no so opportunity no call. When we do that, we are a bunch of jokers in our country. I've told you, ladies and gentlemen, that when it comes to matters of nationalism, party doesn't come close. We must get together as a people, one Ghanaian body, to fight this nonsense of Galamsey. Because of Nipo Bako, the whole brain must say. Yet who say moi and a brim you say because of Nipo Bako river bia you say yake anwatum because of obi amim the greediness and selfishness of some few miscreants it may no say river pra I say I am saying ladies and gentlemen that yes the government no betimi but the point is enkwesi da ben and e bekoso ako enkwesi da ben I don't know Otu Darko president. Just 2 weeks order. They're shaking military inside. One more quiet than when you know 30 days. You'll be free, friend Kukun and Kakan free. And yes, I had my jet fighter. Hey, it's so some people think, hey, you are not there, difficult. Very well. And the young son because was set. See, and yes, you're best strong for sure and walk from her. Yes, one, because what says her. I can't tell me some time back, be anonymous go be friend, me sell my mom the car, then, like a common question stand against Honorable Boa because on person be 2 galam say, then, man, I can't radio so. Exactly, and come some back with it. Say, me name me what I want. Sika. But you see, Sika moja o mempe. Sika moja o mempe. sika moja ewo ho. Mimpe. So Kwame, the point I'm making is that the fight has been difficult because sometimes yayan crofon so something maybe as say. Me no can say I want to believe say Honorable Makofibua will theater so many toes because opesa Ghana is suan ye adwuma. Will theater so many toes. But me the best yana makase I am encouraging him. Say uncle swanye adwuma no. I believe say the president believes in him. We Ghanaians we believe in him. Adwuma Honorable Bua fantastic and we know say eventually we will win this war against Galamsey. But my entity if we are fighting it head on. Nya fe ya bet you be no hini bi at theater and chachom mini penijano na wo hini wadwene way. So wo hini mu a wo ti baby a na nanom gya nsuo na nsuo na ni kroje wo be ya hini watena sa ya hwehan kronosem wami munti wo si to onom ese ahene che sampaboa efrantoma ekwadwabase nsuo nyina asai. I'm sorry, but the chiefs in this country, you should bow your head in shame. So you're paramount chief, we are divisional chief, so you're Dikro, you could be whatever. Bow your head in shame. Because I'm saying Funibi Okromano, Sikajiani Yom the sin say in Suono any better. And it's not as if say I have Funibe Brenimo. They know what's up. Masa, when he be catch us say, I know Nimna, yet to go do our assassins when ma what your true for. Well, he be to me can't tell what from her. Sir, who ya Nescaveta, as an assassin so to go to bear so many years on him Nescaveta no and fuck council and send a coffee with him. What? You himself theater so many thoughts because he want to do the right thing. It's not easy. One of the positions I'll never envy is to become Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Because your master position is about headache. Because the cartels that run the Galamsey industry, you gotta be strong, guys. You gotta be strong. And Mr. Amabua, I know you are doing a yeoman's job. I know it is difficult, I know. But please, so far so good. You have repealed I-2462. You have that to your credit. You have repealed EI-144. I am a Fachimota forest, about 1,500 plots. Say, I was here saving Amagana. And Sanabe Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. There were 9 forest zones, sir. It was marked, or they were marked red zone areas. There were no-go areas. You have received all to the chest of Ghana. And now, what imagine in Ghana? And responsible cooperative mining. And she say, I was to say, Mama Usidano. Master Tia more rationalize communities in the register. And under your leadership, National Anti-Illegal Mining Operation Secretariat, 9-4, Ayajuma Meyahu. And under your leadership, Honorable Makofibua, Yahoo Blue Water Guard Initiative. Apart from say, they are giving service of intelligence to NIMOS, they are also paid reducing the unemployment rate in Ghana. And you say under NPP, Omwana crash caveters, no, not your permit, Abejansan Wakra. And yet they defile that permit. The law. Oman permit be a crab book. Don't forget, let your laws also kill them. When I say this, people think I'm too tough. No. I don't hate Obia Sabi or Nam Kwampasu to go. Meme Krampa de hair. So to assassin Sukran family. Meme problem yen swanu wo. Because me, some minister Ibia. Assassin so dear no. May ni yam number 2. I say go nenka assassin. I say so 2. So go be assassin as na command ye be 2. But ensuonu na ye minister problem. Ensuonu ye problem. Oh, and untina obua repealing NI-246 no 2462 a em yen kwakwa mbom na em den you because ensu akese ni nyina ti afri kwa ibretuom. Eti tama na kufa no mo hye mra sa fedie ye betima kwakwa to god no kwa yem no na ye hu because ye kwakwa say ensu ni ti. And indeed under Kufado the water was milkier because vakwa na ensu ni free bad na ye kwakwa say ensu ni nyina what can I say? Menkas ensu ni ate. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you for free say under the leadership of Ama Bua, it is better. We have to do better as a people. We have to do better as a government. But Sabi, in the absence of nothing, sometimes bad is good. And you could have said, no. Na make him. Omo etu omo na hemfo no mo tete achacha na mo pacha na say mo so monye steady monye careful. Politicians mo the money MP before na ekwan nkra na make say MPP ni otamfo. I never said that. We are Ghanaians and that is what is most important. But I'm saying say MPP ni bien who ba we share ban we yida. So politically they shouldn't be your friends. That's what I'm saying. Because one free swallow no more power. And it's that sometimes I am one say you want people for go to key positions in government. Sometimes I get worried. And nobody is speaking about this because when Bagunim saw Kayam an appointment. But truth must be said to the quarters of power. Yeah, campaign. Crofo on Pedro Muhammad. Now listen to this logic. Also on Pedro Muhammad. Or no Pebamia. Listen. Eti na who are in a bush of Fonina. What they are convinced of say, Montu Abanintia Mahama, Montuma Bamia. Yeah? And there is a certain group of people. Say, Debbie, yeah, Pedro Muhammad because of his vision, because of his experience, because of his legacy. And yeah, to Abadama John Mahama. Don't forget, say, Sancrophone when now to Tia John Mahama. Now, Sancrophone party young people no acco position. Now, yeah, party na young this in our power. Now we are keeping the same people who do not believe in our ideologies in key positions. Are we okay? As if NDC don't have people. As if NDC, they don't have quality. As if NDC, we lack technical men and women. And I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, and even Mr. President, you're listening to me, or beyond one more door, say me. And do you say I can't cry natural, Mr. President? So I don't cry. Mr. President, because Okachra was slow, but you are not a bad person. You are not vindictive. And that is why, Mr. President, I am telling you the truth. Scan through my father chief of staff, Mr. Honorable Julius Dabra. Scan through those guys who do not believe in ideologies and they are in key positions. Sack them. Put your people who believe in your ideologies. The only people you should not sack are Ghana from Koda. Whether they belong to people and so it doesn't matter. They are Ghanaians and they deserve a part of the national cake. I don't come out here where dear Tressa, knitting for Yeska. Oh, come from. You have suffered for this party, Unam from. Ocean Castle, no, you're the man here for. These are issues we must talk about. Ocean Castle, I'm for a dano. Constituency executives now, Sabi, you be not from the castle, Ocean Castle, Sabi, you told me more woman you're gonna for. I no cry where you catch that down for your castle, said down for grow. No crying, no crying, and I'm making no cry. So that's just about it. Operation Recover all of today. Come, my main canoe later. Sir, Orion saw your home. Now, why are you saying? Orion, why are you saying? Okay, so maybe Orion should know this. We are on the street, so let's tell you what the street feel. They feel you are too slow. Attorney General, I'm telling you what the street feels. Me, Sebi, as a journalist, meaning say, is in conformity with law. Because justice, one way there will be miscarriage of justice. And then whoever is involved, so MPP, so NDC, the person has a right to justice. Because abaiti Mrs. It's in the other MPP, who say so that must be on record. I understand. But the street feels at Orion, you are being slow. Prove to them that you are not slow. Party now, nobody cares about it. Hey, na me nyo kete chef river ko say, onu do mo nya free kete chef river. Na mo dia na mo yasa, what the hospital. But kete chef free mu a, eso so nyansa. Me am testing the message. Ma ka che say, masa, won say ni omo ya free Aboagye. Wo wa na ya free kete chie. your mind for day. That because you want. Will be any free or get a free for. As okay, the free for radio suit. Casamamo will be any get a free for. Will be any free. And I mean, you are no nebre. As you see, yet free Aboagye. Free, what is I? Adi. Also, dear no Casa Nimuya. What's it? No, yes, you can know. Yes, it's free or no. But is it true, Yoko? Most of them are things say. According to Miracles Aboagye, no, some buy or buy no one be son of question be afa Sikasamano. Is it true? This payment so come out and clear. Already there are people a bit more kisakasa. Come out and clear. Some Miracles Aboagye catch a say or by Yoko. My interview no around any fraud or money laundering and now 55 million. No, is that true? For now, no need some double thing. Please come out. Don't sleep on this matter. And yes, Uncle Foba can say a political witch hunt and a baby. Islamo. Because over about me, a communication director Obeluzu. Which said nobody is afraid of anybody in NPP when it comes to elections. Nobody is afraid. In the first place, you're in 2028. We're nominating 38.2. If I'm charitable, my main chum tune can 38.4. Omeko 21. Omeko 41. Omeko 41.
Forensic audit to be a course of 2022, August to 2025, February. Yenye investigation. Based on that, no miracles, no oko yuko ho ya we say you investigate too. Enti enye chia wo machi we na wo begina wa kase. Oko oye no ye musa we na de musa won so fa beto abonten. But you see the entire maker say timing no wasn't proper and say Miracles is nobody. I was say by the actions of state institution utimi kware ni aba.
When you unnecessary attention,
because I will not mention name, but yesterday I was in Parliament. NPP Penipa or leadership num. Yeah, join Enrano. Say I join ya chacha your whole a chamber or near Penipa me money din. As some kind say boy NPP Penino or Parliament or can leadership no. As some kind say boy no di umuade. Enti to them no kra no say enye edin asachi amananya minim senka grounds no ombe campaign ti anamana lose but say dey we no aba no just unnecessary popularity ne dey ama papa abrante no onim tambia no 2024 me ko election no me peke statement ba ku free national chairman Honorable Johnson Asiring oko public platform and now oko media so na ubusa no say abra no oko national chairmanship race no ubusa no say one hwan na contest ya oso ono kwa na contest ono de ono kwa na contest adwenpo etachire ni say ebia nipa na one na contest kura obi anim no but the moment ya obebo edin say me ni nipa so masi na contest no
one man leverage
obi ko pe nipa kro hwe until 2024 me call FM station me call campaign bu say me nkwan ba contest and the MPP even found the omo
they frown on it.
Yeah, I say omo hu ne say me bu omo animtia because I have disregarded their candidate by not mentioning his name. But me na maba beto me time na make asa obi a me ne contest there onya me target they meet me aye na me beka. So at this particular point in time no Miracle Aboagye na also okwako to ahiagba no and say nke ye ma no leverage kra ma
ahiagba no kra things so up for vice chairman. So ahiagba no kra the on
okay. Ahiagba position was appointed position.
They appointed.
First now appointed.
I think so now they've
amended a lot of it. Yes.
National communication.
I think maybe it's the first time they want to person to Oba.
What I know, they say in NPP deputies no.
No, Ahagba was communication director. He was appointed. You remember he used to be Dankwa Institute Executive Director.
Yes.
was appointed.
NPP Miracles Aboagye no yamano unnecessary attention, but the American say emra so yemra. Sir Miracles declare an intention to contest a position in his party, no, doesn't insulate him from the law of the republic. And the oye, you know, say you could forge your machine, no, and violate any law, and say Mrebia and Titia will be a fan who this one. I think now he's on bail, and he heard a free chiriba, but so Ababe country say Omo Musa 55 million Ghana cedi ho asem no. Omayum who the Umbusa no so. Then we can actually know the yenim the Yuko the ato abonten. Yuko amaye who say there is some diversion of funds, there is some misappropriation and the keka
ho. Yuko amaye who so e krofo nti omo twese akro no. Say na diversion of funds say according to Yuko no omo hwa Krofo. It's one brand me na no fa sense no say onya krofo.
Yes sir. Enti NPP for na omo rehearse said you see a bodompem abra ya chi omo nipa no rehearsal no omo ye this is a political rehearsal omo aye and the omo aye ni nyina no they tout themselves say omo ye party omo believe in the rule of law. So omo believe in the rule of law they should allow the law to work. Okay, they should allow the name.
MPP win the difference for more.
They should allow the law to work. Na ye sane mano free hono. Ade ayem ya ne se no na mehwe social media TikTok yi bi na emrantie na omo ko board mpemo ho no. Se wo hwe na wutie ensama na bi mo ka. Obi o ha hwa oda sori ya na e fa no for say brand be gina obi ne be ma 100 cedis. To the extent say Abrantia or no share artificial teeth. Watimi akwa ye no ho gidi ama ne sena ya share no e fan yi ato atwene. E fan yi afri ho. I think I'm a form of video so.
Omoriko fa na se ene joma ho dia kara picture about to so ho.
Enti me form of video case so na master say just include ya omo hwe Abrantia no omo compensate no. Because omo amana hu no kra e wasem num sam rante na ekogina ho ni nyina no sa 55 million Ghana cedis no o convert it to old Ghana cedi a 550 billion na okada for ne yifo na etwi moto ko ho no why na legitimately adwuma na wo ye no watimi anya income to 10% of that amount we pay
1%.
0.1%.
mo amoti moto so amko ho nyina obi hu bi da obi anya bi da one view ya say da obe nya adwuma pa no say wo 1000 cedis kura say o si watwi o kada no for that day anya 1000 cedi
o si be ya
ka kire o yere kura onyi ni na wakwa kudi Miracles Aboagye ne NPP fo achi party a agu awie no afi na wo de wanya mugidi enti media megidi say we believe in the rule of law resetting no say Aboagye Miracles oko this sister station Asempa eko kan say ora ne de keka ho nyina na NDC sabi o use the word say e senseless or say nyansa bi anim because and somewhere keka ni na yentimi emfa obi anko ye hwe so obetuma sa akogina ho akasa bi mu a ti ebesre ye mpanyimfo no say ensem ni bi ho a ne ka no ye ma amanfo no because mitie obi say de adwoma ma ye oman na duru sesi a no on the on for full stop nto so no start en hwe say omo adi oman sika de keka ho no obe chi omu nyina ha no age eno ne de si ani pa bebre hwe
Miracles Aboagye issues na
ideally nyesa ka di ho komo ba ne okofa ba ni
pese membi say Yuko say omonti interview na no o grant na so omotia or see omochiro there was nothing discussion centered on any 55 million Ghana cedis. It is never. They did not mention that or investigate him in that regard. Now, Yoko so extra statement ever. Which is which? Two people are contested. Yoko says we ain't in the channel. Even to the extent say the accountant Krampa started voluntarily paying back some of the money.
Gerald.
Aboagye no kwase ho 3 days opieba o say ayo no ntene achi no. Nti Yoko. Mochi no say because all declare say Opeso Contest Communication Director of his partner nti ana 55 million Ghana cedis. Nti enene achi na it is on the onus of Yoko. And the Yoko credibility is at stake.
It should come out.
Because the guy is exposing something that we do not know. He's discrediting what Yoko put out there. Now Yoko mbaka 55 million Ghana Otu. All of that is a enemy near our no. Kaya ya boy the trim and as an informer as slim. Your boy slim. Your boy slim. Neaka over 30 million Ghanaians are carrying now. The airwaves, including all the media, the top media houses, they are fearless and what credible. TV3 Umbaba Kacho Mumoto. Yeah, join you, but the media Umbaba Kacho Mumoto. City Baka, Accra FM Baka. No more reportage, no more Yanino. Almost or say about say Mubwa. And this are Okoyoko, how many days no? Obia knew from Remo Aka to the scripted man at the gate. Obi bia missing on 55 million guys. Until you can on this side some now. Until they enter the channel. Has he been charged?
But I'm not honorable son can say.
Honorable.
Not honorable Stephen of. Also can say. Okay, so I better say yeah, Miss Salmon come about data. You be sad so I don't know. A woman say say you go out do. But before that I don't know.
Dabi. Yoko the chino. And the first omodi kaka say omoni bebe no. And Yoko issue statement say omo. Say the same thing. The accountant was also arrested. Now this is the issue. Aboagye pie anajono and now osi dabi. Okoda horo obi a business CD or cabo. Nti yana boy trim na ya kana sam. Somebody say oh, that means we are trying to tie him with corruption. No, corruption. That's what he's trying to say. So it's now sentence say or declare no. So contesting communication director no. Who actually NDC near chino koloke. That's what he's trying to say. Because he cannot tell me or he cannot convince me as I can sit here and say you for our airport call Yoko and I be in there for how many days no? Wusa ni wo ni asambia na ye tano mutawo no mochiwo na ye hunu no because what declare NDC abai no that's abai is abai political party abai is a political party until when NDC ne become political party asap but once ya chi wo ko abai honne ene wabu mra anamwa we ko techi the first media they call America that say no abai no da be teachado media guy now no ye juma wo XYZ no ja ho ko he fan say o ko America question no ba da so okay ko na police agent no am on the hospital and now you say yes actually yanti yes ma sa actually no
me expect say some go flow ketechi enti so man nya
enti say Aboagye ko se ho NPP bae e di say oba ko da obem dem oba you see Obana Bima Fano, or see Bima Fano. One who I never approve it, a doctor never approve it. Anamwa. The doctor here no is Raymond Archer, his office is questionable.
Chairman, who don't me approve? Or just a doctor?
A doctor.
Okay.
So Raymond Archer and his team integrity is at stake. Statement now what the buy now. About you see, Yambongu. Tano guy, his communication is simple. Stop. That's here. Say Yambongu. Yambongu. Now we be am business class some yana class 55. He's even strange to it is even strange to him. He doesn't know about any 55 million Ghanaians that we are talking about. Hey, the Aboagye what fire in our court including tell discuss about your summer a chair contempt. Because or say I have 55 million thing there channel. Yes you say 55 million. Whoever is there for him for the buy. nipa no the evidence baba no aye yogo anamwa this say okana some since amina was near 2 hours upon 3 hours upon 4 hours upon 5 hours upon we are getting to the close of day yogo nkanwe yogo ntimu baba catch say they can't tell us that they don't have communication department at Yoko. They cannot tell me Asake say Yoko hono they haven't heard this issue and for that matter the institution is at stake. That letter that they brought out, honey, I can say Aboagye got 55 million guns. And Aboagye coffee, we have to cross. Hey, scanner why not bonus? Because you go ahead. You have incited the public against the young man.
But I think you could come out.
No, you think? They should, not that you think. Don't even use the word thinking is unconditional.
No, they should.
They should come out. They should come out. So don't use the way you think. Say we are calling on Yoko to come out and clear. Because the guy is saying that 55 million guarantee only then the former CEO and a current CEO calling for investigation. No, I am bogus. And you know correct. Or go down 2 days, 3 days. Obi am business got some 55 million Zambia and pure. Now, yeah, problem in your way. Did you mislead us? Did you mislead the people? A man for Moko about them one. Obi who are Kayoko committed a crime.
Can you get anybody at Yoko?
Is that so?
Wait when you go Yoko.
Because Uncle Kawa the damn you, as some don't cover the damn. Okawa public. It is running all over.
Normally,
it is running all over.
Communication department.
Every police, every military, high command of public department. If come immigration, public relation. Who call even narcotics, public relation. Who call fire service, public relation. Who call IGP office, public relation. As a medical, who call Mampayo, public relation. You're going to make us on the public relation. You're going to security call. Who call OSP office?
No.
Please, let's put public relation department.
Yoko can't say we need.
Now, how the customer you go? You catch them.
No, so I
don't know OSP. Yeah, issue. There was a man, they mentioned one guy named. He's a problem, he's at the communication department of OSP of Anambra.
So
Yoko, who is the communication director?
At the way be about say. So why did he put 50 million? Or say
55 million?
No, 55 million. Yeah, the bone under contention.
Yes.
But bail, conditions.
Why did they put 50 million?
Why did he put 50 million as bail condition? Has Miracles ever spoken truth before?
Train? He's embarrassing Yoko. Oh, good Yoko, you mercy. So I'm going down 2 days. Yadeka. Got a phone eka. Now Yoko official beyond beside 55 million Ghana cedis. So we hurt him. Yana Tano. Now, first time they invited him to court, say no bisa awesome. No. Yan father say, okay, te Yoko bisa was awesome. Now, Konko do Yoko no. Yoko almost sign. A common man on the onka. Eh, Ghana has an yana. If you bought for reference, Kusi Boafo. Kusi Boafo, Sa Nasdaq Cathedral. Okay, say National Cathedral issues no. Now say o son di or say o mo discuss bedu ene Ghana ya bedu ene what is asam no. Reverend Kusi Boati bibisa. Besi ene ya tifi.
That was a serious matter too.
Besi ene me nia besi ene ya tifi. We so ko yogo ba o si dabi yogo famu bua. Me ba na mo disa kita hu. It takes somebody to come and say, yes, you know the circuit. Yes, we even charge you and we are taking you to court. Anambwa, at least by now they should charge, prescribe charges against him. Or they should forward the docket to. Say you got more prosecutorial power. Anambwa. It is only OSP that decided that he should refer after investigation. He should refer it to Attorney General. But Yoga has that prosecutorial powers. For that matter, by now, to charge the gentleman. And let us all see. You could have seen. So, Yakai, charge it now. Second, we all do not 2 tantrums on that. Say, how many days of cost spend on? They didn't. There was no 55. Yani penasam. Enti, Minya, Otu. I think the honor lie on the executive director of Yoko. If there's no public relation there, then he is the public relation officer. He should be the chief officer, the chief scribe officer of Yoko.
That's right.
He must speak. Other than that, the guy is impugning the integrity of him, including the whole institution. Organic Yoko upside down. So Yoko is now doing politics because or not declare as communication director. Who we knew communication director. Now Yoko Yoko.
Okay,
Yoko is not political party. Yoko is a national institution. One community club can show.
Okay. So thank you, Chairman Asaka Wingobet, National Chairman PNC. So legit.
So what did he mean? What did he mean?
Nabi, na Chairman. What can say? Oh, shares for program one. What count the area? I put money. Na say oh, me aka na ko. Oh. Ebusian for National Chairman of PNC na yesa. We've also been joined by my brother Kabori, senior man by our standards, incoming communications for something matter. Very well. Massa, why do you buy tell me Edian Crane, Ebusian for Kojo Kumo? I know a big number chia dear one life. Yeah, live, I feel no air camera. So then a live shoot, they say a meeting for whom you're also. But on my little research, they are saying, say, Yoko limited prosecutorial powers. By Numpono, it must specifically be authorized by the Attorney General.
Okay.
So
that's why I asked if they do have prosecutorial order powers. If not, because I know of somebody OSP there is in Dalima now.
Yes, that is it. All right. So Mira Donko, yeah. No, my mom welcome
Kaboro Perewa.
Brakabor.
Perewa.
Brakabor.
Chawa.
Brakabor.
Basa brand.
Brakabor.
Moduma.
Bibi aboko dia.
Yam yadom o paibo. Afeye ka homo.
Why for?
I said, and Fugu Wednesday.
And you know, but what
more qualified.
David, message. Kawasam.
Yes, sir.
Disobedient children.
Fugu, who see a winter.
I got it there, sir.
Fugu see a winter. Where's I
got it there. I got it there.
Maybe the cry wash away.
Oh, wow. Fugu was away. Then I remember Obaso and Mumpany for Obaso. Nadia is a fully packed panel. Whom he has a bit for her because I know the meeting me. That's right. But I just came to say, no more you go. Na Makache. I couldn't say, no Makache, Binuya, Miracles Aboagye say, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Na manum suno on pleno hunko jina mountain ko ka die
brawe introduction
die yem pese ye beka.
Okay,
because la santini mpeni se of fifu ni bebre
am sama
samai you are inviting before the declaration to contest as national communication
director. Yes, the answer is yes.
After the invitation on common course, they did include a stop order. Said, man, took and from my until investigation is conclusive. Now, yes.
That must say orders not by later.
Over.
What I know, they say.
Oh no.
How many Yankee Tamudi? I know my catcher say.
And
he defiled the this to go into buy the channel.
Now the question also is that the plan will declare with intention. I'm no call that bank. Why they declare intention publicly? How declare this? Yeah, but trouble could mouth. And to do Otu Munchine, sometimes you media, you can crack Pachomboa. And to be forced, open so your national communication officer for NPP. Ubedi assume you seek a beer after contrast, me and someone. And the young say constitution, young say. Who you are my Ghana seeker? All you need to save yourself is to contest for a political party position. No. It's answer woman yaka. Because chairman for Zombo was a national chairman of our party. Yet that they be a Yoko court. Ndanamintie Chaba Asaki. It does not have the capacity to deliver this project. Project here 24 months timelines. Me then you go 6 months I am for break back on to. What is the guarantee say 18 months I can wait me the deliver. Yam with the or any bias mo kai. Need that boring. Need that roast no boring. Yam pen what would you feel in some from my competent hand because we need to count that facility as part of Nyama Pa. You brad Mahama Dibejai no work. So you try to na me cram work.
Now who can choose something? Say opinions jolly we na so. Na me tell me say o.
Me person be
me national chairman so. Tu ka we no so o ka opinions and sa dan
Dabi o chairman so ka say we are. O ma sa kasa. I ma o kasa o last a me timi kasa bi.
We no e ma nko. Tobo e ma nko.
Me dey ko e
ma nto na Hawaii.
But Amaro ya juba pa. Amaro zako ya juba.
Ebo mu chi dom.
Asem no aka no. Ma me kwan. Me respond to sa asem no. Sa Ronaya issue no.
O computer.
Tobo.
O dia.
Tobo.
O dia.
Tobo.
Ebu dia ka
Me say me respond.
Ese be ko pe mi si ama.
But
also brief.
I didn't say me nko no. Me person ko. Also ma so.
I mean come back so na.
But my main sound say Ronaya and kind topics.
Yes. But say we be raising
no, hold on. So no, since I fair you on that, we'll give you the to respond.
Exactly.
But all respond now you cancel her. Then we have better to come and discuss the Ronaya
opinion. Nene busu means yeah. Afimu. That's what me wura amakufu. That's what you say so afwa. Pray for my good to assassin mu bobre. Any kwa bi tu. Then who be here say aban say our friend the government accountability series. Kobo man for the human dey ayebedu. Asemba akwa da paso. Eye gadam say. Tibiti ya chama wingo be bisam say gadam say to atwa. Me nua penny Steven don't go bisam say gadam say to atwa. Na me bra bisam say gadam say to atwa. Answer na ye ba ko pe dabi. Dem mo start to be bisam say. Babi a mo be fa gadam say ko no free e. Say na niema gi aguo. O man na koto am na donko bi o. Babi a mo fa free e no. E hwa na da so na say there has been considerable progress. Make us say indeed. Babi e gina interested na no. Ma so akoso a niema pa afiri mu aba. No mo be say last question say enti adwuma ka da so ho a wo se ya na. Magie to make us indeed the akakura na ede. That is a simple analysis of the Galamsey situation. And the minister Kasa, the conclusion, I said the battle against Galamsey is tough.
Mama
I believe the Ghanaian spirit is tougher.
Mama will lead after here.
Patriotic. And unti Galamsey there, and then Shanka, I'm happy to announce. So now why you buy a car and here or 9 no go forest reserve.
Yeah, reserve.
There is no red zone forest reserve.
Including reclamation.
Reclamation I koso. Hydro reclamation I koso na dey kaka. O buy a land subsector. O hene baako, obusia penny baako, onipa baako, waton asase baako ma nipa du. Exactly what can we do as a nation to stop that duplication of sales of lands? Then to kwabma busua bi nya busua nka kuro bi ni kuro nka. And also tu hu ana mo a me no kasa yi. Aban ya ji atumu a attorney general woni nka ye sales ni ade nyina revenue allowance commission nya no. Na nka 67% co-consolidated fund. One the other things. And na aban ya ji atumu a Minister of Finance e dey maye India Lands Commissioner e dey target 2 important projects. One, digitalization of land administration. Why? At the comfort of Mr. Sankifie, you should be able to access at least 90% of land services in the country. And they are human interface, but I was saying on the side. A banner turnaround time, so take. A banner corruption, so take. A banner honesty, so take. A banner you send the services of the sector to the doorstep of the people. Land banks and some so ekoso. And then we know can say one more a to aban size na could do as a kwansu. And they say what one to go through process no one your land title no all those agreements are revoked. And those lands are returning back to the state.
So repeat.
More, multi-year line title here. Also, will review your cases, your issues on case by case basis. Who to me could talk? Yes, first one no. So I'll be out of Abayas as well cantonment. And now the call lands commission is okay on Krata. When we Uzikanashi, Abaya Jenasas, but we don't respect it. We're revoking all of that. Once we are to me title no. Now Koto cantonment as I said to say the Eto Apollonia as I born. Also we revoke it. So government lands. So we review it on case by case basis. The talk will be Papa Awingo ne ada omo e can be a womb before omo on my especially environment civil society organization we are ba wola se one more of a friends CEO of Chamber of Mines Dr. Kenneth no more have on countless basis talked about EI 144 a man president to me say actually want to acquire no that you for be man crofo na dabi you know because Abai has revoked EI 144. What it means is that every aspect of the Achimota forest is now deemed as a protected forest reserve.
Forever and ever.
Forever and ever. Protected forest reserve. What you did man say will more true will through whatever means so when our title we are going to review it also. Now, I'm passing MP, complacent. I'm passing DC, complacent. And just answer, send you betting your canon, I can't hold boom. Now, how no idea in it's be a trust.
Mamus Kabore Akasama, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Natin in Kano, and Nasibibre. Miro Donko.
You mean, Medasa?
Maybe a time, you know what?
Yeah, a time. Your baby is we're going to be.
And there's some more here. Maybe my other. Said they are more here.
Oh, I'm going to be brief. Very brief. No, I'm going to Parliament. Okay, no, Parliament. No, Manikasa.
Honorable, wait there. Would the bear 2 minutes be now?
Man, just a few seconds ago.
When you do
it, say I'm not reflu. Yeah, okay,
we'll do the matter. So honorable, we'll do the matter later. Honorable
Can't you me channel why?
Nana Mekase we show a maniaji home. This is my first time of coming to this studio.
That's right.
And he said the bear Yabebo NDC Numa Pahunda Ru. Na Yachre or Manfo no said the Amamu no corner. Yabeko so na Motun Safreya, Yanso, ya no more Ababet Nase na Yachre and Semu Afeso, the national chairman. The national chairman of team anymore and America, PNC.
One farmers than
Sentinel America, national
PNC. But in any case, some cry on back this home.
Yeah, support NDC for 2024 election.
Let them come home.
That Macam to say that. Say, I'm good partner.
PNC,
I don't remember. Say, you're good partner. We are still live in chicken. I'm on my appointment. Yes, my
bonfire say next election, the PNC be 1 seat to Parliament. Na
more than 1 seat, yeah, that's it.
Now, so importers and exporters, no, the best room. Say you cannot live in a country all the umra and bayajuma na or minus umra.
That is shipping lines.
Yeah, the shipping lines, you know. Where the transport minister said the chairman for PNC and executive secretary for importers and exporters. Abeka wahano. Mejidi say was a ministry, no so it too one among na it may reset it. Sa the ekoso hono na obi anso so asum me sure say sa ebo we ba forma it will triple down to ayenso so omode ne amane ba yakotobi but say omo charge ne kasi at the end of the day, you know, about the final consumer yɛ na etu aka nti sɛ de bɛyɛ a economy no nneɛma ɛkɔ no yɛ ho bɛhen ha yɛ mɔɔ no de betimi de yɛ ni ahwɛ hɔ na de ɔka no yɛapɛ ano pumasi brɛ nti mɛda atiefo nyinaa ase na ma kyea menim sɛ afidie ɛnyɛ TV so obi ama Facebook a ho me constituency pe bi ahwɛ ade sɛ Facebook na ɛhɔ no nso sɛ de ɛhɔ no sitie no ɛnyɛ baabi a network access no ɛnyɛ tu we de mesre computer mine nneɛma bi kɔ so na yɛmfa yɛ na yɛnsi fam a
which of is it type of computer or which of the computer mine
computer mine NDC or computer mine gifek
Tanko Dr. Rashid Tanko
aha ono na mekan yɛbɛsrɛ no on say rural telephony project no most of the constituencies yabe offload this telephony system no materials no de agu ho me constituency ye de bi aba ho 5 communities were approved 5 no emu 2 omo the equipments na begu ho almost 3 months now engineers be install adenama network no obi ansi ho
okay
enti ebesre saade we na eye ade ehia omanfo no ene ye ka kire omo se ye ba ye be ya amom equipments ye de akogu omo aboboaro obi kura agibia agu ne dem because onim se network e ba ma na nya bia use
okay
3 months down the line yentimi konkoye installation no we de mesre honorable Rashid Tanko computer mine constituency sa telephone project na ekọ ho a materials akwakogu ho nyina no moma engineers no me install ma ye enya sa se get closer to election a ene Ghana for abato no obia
adwen steady
who said it to abano
auto for purpose of something
by December they say obia timi the network no edi Christmas no na asumdie ba enya sa ebe ha adwen ebe sere mo pa.
So these are some of the things in so yeah may consolidate your grounds no better because of course if network
and so would say me ba ha ashama kwan no asama kwan yen bako flat kodu ni tanjansin ko Lebanon nan market zonko kula main station St. Mary's oko New Road 22 Kevo ko New York the West Nile say oko Tamale oko to airplane wa Accra airport ko do Tamale say ya ko Bolga ya Krum ya ko region upper east region Savuluku ko do wale ko do Bolga amu amampan hweye
thank you my main call yes on be wedding come Mr. Donko
Ramiro Medase I think say the issue on the table no most na here on the Yoko arrest any matters arising after say Omar release Miracles Aboagye I think in this country
Samson Asake
na assemble personally I don't like discussing the issue based on nipa no aban no nsem no as we are not solving any problem once they can hear about corruption and corruption related activities and there's one institution I think they are not doing what they're supposed to do and they're imagining which is internal audit service Yoko national security we na no omo ye after omo be say after say course no ham no akos abadada nipa na discuss wie achiri asana Yoko for ni we mu abam what must say but in the system of your financial management no there is internal audit agency aside audit service
okay
now internal audit agency no before say the spending institution ever spending no and some way be pre audit
yes
and I don't know why people sitting in the office as internal auditors because almost every year we come back and be talking about corruption so we discuss depending this can we journey you know ofurata ente now we so about and things no e sin ne ochena na we are sanfre a friends a public accounts committee what I say our parliament near better near be send question science review. So the question is I didn't know and solve issue no right from the beginning rather than yeah train na issue next year then we come back and be discussing it. I think we are not doing ourselves any good as a country because Ghana all the service for and I cry for me on better Ghana all the service internal audit agency it's like as a mom but my service I have for so because me who the agent say you never back and I say national security never back and I say any of these institutions no more checking about corruption. I mean why? What because Miracles Aboagye is but here's the case that most of them they don't follow the SOP. It's who as an auditor and I was an accountant now. Who can say one sign man what me now free.
Until procedure.
SOPs, you mean standard of procedure?
Yes, standard operating procedures.
What me now free. What I said because me there was an issue me facing here. A whole head of Africa say I should make payment. I told him I'm not going to transfer the money. Why? Because pay my SOP no. That's not the process I said me just can. What I say?
Yes.
Me judge me up to there. No one has ever come say me a corrupt as a discard. You can't. What am I say? Ajuma, we are Juma. Who bet me would bet me would bet me would. You see that thing should stick in your mind.
Exactly.
What I say? But now see what say. And I'm telling you, me na me I cannot do how Miracles Aboagye don't do this.
Oh, I'm saying yes, country be. And then we country be.
We cannot be continue discussing. We cannot be continue discussing this issue. And then you come Miracles Aboagye, and then become another person. I'm sure you free akono. Then I cry for us again to discuss this issue.
Now say yeah, market time.
Exactly. And I don't come and say in the media space, no. I'm not saying them, but in the media spaase.
Yeah, I cry catch it.
Sure say. You're discussing 1 week. Miracles same way. Me say 4 days asem. Asem way 4 days. Say my rubber fee on cambio. Or rubber fee on cambio. What I say? Yes, we now we be this kind of politics. And say you're here. It seems like as though as a school now can sabi and for so be any so because your first school no for so no and man so how dem mechi no me your problem can say Ghana your problem can say pa aka ye na me check Miracles Aboagye yin so a the way we see trend no the way we see trend on Facebook no it's as if say o man friend no in relation to the 55 million na it's not on it's like the kind of intention to contest that's what Masa here ngora et me no I support chairman so what can say me you for no exactly because
me you kwa masiache Miracles
Aboagye what say you for no sabe president
we are politics
what I say
we are this for
we
no we indictment on
you go down of course
Raymond it's an indictment
it's say Otu through the platform no who say this is not the issue sir you can't so mutie no other than that no don't think you are superhuman and you understand everything.
Obiso can say Miracles, Besha Darko, you could mention and one can say his account was hacked. Now if it was hacked, say your IT.
Oh, that's
a way of granting interview. That's your granting interview.
Facebook.
If Minister of Finance is trying to build a system, a friend is saying, spend it prudently because next week I think or the media this year which is per the 2026 budget. On project is on close to 280 something billion Ghana in terms of revenue. But we spend it more than 302 billion. On that gap, there's a deficit of 2.2% of GDP. 2.2%. Now when you na obi or that's any back on 8 time say 55 million. And so many pattern of what I'm saying.
You are more than that.
What I say? What's the meaning better now talking about? Company beer or what here or a friend's contractor minimum
mobilization of funds.
Mameko kakra. It's a big push. You're big pusher. You're mobilization.
You're cash.
But under the fellow saying, guest fund doesn't give mobilization. When I saw cost starting.
Pre-finance.
When I saw cost starting. I think say this young for now, your media people not more into the media now. One, what I have realized is say most of them they don't seek for the information before they go out. And when you say with the Agra, you end up destroying someone's company without having the full knowledge of information. I say we here.
Company, no, do you know them?
Ronaya. I don't know them. But what I'm saying is, also they tell customer me body hand. Number one say, oh, what information now? Oh, what? Do you have what it takes? Because
say you know.
Because this I'm say. Send me we know a bit something about contract. They say you July what? You July. Into most say how much as 6 months in. It's good. Okay no. Oh, what could be assembly no? I don't much say. What could be given no much. Contract why engage no? Contract no much say.
Visibility.
Exactly. I think say e be no critical issue be there. Money but you come on radio or you come on social media. That's all Uber.
Maybe a mobilization no crown.
What's it get fund? Yeah,
no, get fund doesn't give mobilization.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is, you should have gone the extra mile.
But what if what go the extra mile to no can?
Oh no.
That's why you wanted to find out from him.
The gentleman or the two. So me used to me the pages.
Amaro. So fantastic guy.
I called him. My friend and I'm saying I did that way. But because me teacher. I don't want people to go level to the area where. So if there's a need for me to correct you, I'm not correct you.
Exactly.
What I say? Me, if you catch me, I wouldn't have allowed him to bring it. Make us on chain. On find information answer. But I become say July, June, April, May or whatever. Nina so I said to talk. It's a need about who the out of that 6 months in the crown. There's some 3 months to be because of weather.
What if Amara Shako? I hear all this
investigation. No, I've engaged him personally. Also, he has not even got a contractor.
No, but almost say
so. I understand you say.
Him say, oh, you're my contractor.
Exactly.
Contractor supposed to be aside. He's not aside.
Yes.
Or Abane is not there with the contractor come and say, this is my challenges.
By Minia, no Minia. Yes.
Or Abane is not there with the contractor come and say, this is my challenges.
By Minia, no Minia. But that. But
the question
we know something about contracts.
Sorry. Which contract its execution lapses after 24 months or in 24 months. Now, for out of the 24, firstly, it's not even as if say it create any capacity. I'm talking about say sometimes you do your search before you speak because later you could hear Omwa a really kind Rebecca said here he'd go field. No matter the age before.
Is it?
Because then we realize they didn't do enough verification. You realize the Etiana a former shallow mining crime says, Sir, I see hono. And Crofon and you go no jai at work for a long time until Swakot Taiwan. Until gradually they were taking the water out. And say, ABS will go to go no say 24 feet downward. ABS no it was say 17th. It is what she could do hono.
That is
and that is it will be Saya and Kabe no.
They don't give you.
Number 2 in terms of capacity. And you could Fidia hit gold fields for AUs and you realize and that will be time come ready for because Heat Goldfields has shown say they had that capacity. And lastly, recently almost $20 million corporate social responsibilities.
You see?
Every year $5 million across 4 years. So
kukum koko to for no show okope galam say opeko gold. What you say? The search a person who didn't grow or to say that dangerous poisonous snake no they are toxic. Until some amakofu boat to restore forest area no I say am born abaso.
Oh yes.
Yahoo reclamation. Yahoo say even gold board concerning MOU with another institution. Is it EPA or where?
The water.
Water no. Oh yeah, water and another one to do reclamation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What they say? Yahoo say omu this kind of pick up 9 months.
But Sami Jeff is doing so well.
What they say? And I can tell you say amakofi boa obojuma. Na eso mboy Ghana for kokko say adwuma no de mudi bam na edi bembeye medi ena oye nso onda adwuma no so obojuma papa he ebiri mi kese unim sa galam say for mutimi kese o
nanya adwuma
aha omutu bo otuo unim sa omutumi set trap omuye trap kwa bomba set so that you for baba tom unim sa they can dig on the hole omo ba room
the ngura kata ni
Obeton muti easy cry.
what last time ye police for ko chew no omo tom show na police tom show police for we okay last year na and last 2 years
Last 2 years, yeah.
enti afọ adwuma na mampo de soa amakofi bonde we so ne bibi kura kosoro ne bibi be kosoro ko adwuma na ndafom enye sa nkola kitikiti nko na ofati o
it's a lot of tools
enye nkola kitikiti nko na ofati o ono gasa na party say na NPP for mpayinfo no 2 galam say sa na NDC for eye say yesika ho na mpasika kokko
I think President Mahama crack as asem ne da
ho na mpasika kokko obisa me adwuma for Mahama ba no adwuma ba na edi pa na ministers for na hu say omo mi omo ni ye pa meka say ato forcing amakofi bua go ato forcing ni kwale minister transport tano some CEOs tano say okato omo budget what the CEOs for the kita omo meka say ya budget ye de kwa finance atwem even institutions that are generating their own revenue you see
He's been prudent.
What you say?
He's a finance person.
Also, Timu kwa cabinet cra. Also, and very,
Atu Force is one of the ministers.
Also, very nice.
But he's doing well.